right, let's get right into it. Today, we're staging a head-to-head showdown between two of the heaviest hitters in the multi-agent AI world, CrewAI and AutoGen. Now, they both promise to get AI agents collaborating, but, and this is the important part, they go about it in completely different ways.
Okay, so at their core, both of these frameworks have the exact same goal, right? Get multiple AIs to work together. But their philosophies, they're just worlds apart. Think of CrewAI as building a structured team, with clear roles and responsibilities. Meanwhile, AutoGen is all about hosting a collaborative conversation, kind of like a creative think tank.
So to really get what makes them tick, we've got to start with their core philosophies. Honestly, this whole divide between roles versus conversations is what's going to help you figure out which one is the right tool for your job.
CrewAI basically puts you in the manager's seat. You start by defining very specific jobs for your AI agents. You might have a researcher, a writer, maybe an editor, whatever you need. Then you just delegate tasks to them. It's a really clear top-down approach that feels a lot like how a normal human team works. And the process itself is exactly as structured as you'd think. It's a simple 1-2-3 flow. First, you define who's on your team. Second, you give them their marching orders. And third, the crew just gets to work, usually knocking out the tasks one after the other in a nice, predictable sequence. It's all about process. AutoAgent, though, is a whole different ballgame. It's less like a structured office and more like a dynamic brainstorming meeting. There's no rigid hierarchy here. Instead, the agents are conversational partners. They'll actually discuss, debate, and give each other feedback until they figure out a solution together. And this is where you can get some really powerful, unexpected results that a more rigid process might just miss. All right, we've talked philosophy. Now let's get practical. Let's put these two head-to-head and see how their features stack up. This is where you'll really start to see the differences shine.
This table tells a really interesting story about the trade-offs, doesn't it? CrewAI is the clear winner on ease of use, and this is a big one, predictability. That role-based model is just easier to wrap your head around, and it gives you results you can count on, which is absolutely crucial for production systems. But then you have AutoGen, the undisputed champ of flexibility. Its conversational style lets you tackle way more complex problems. Plus, it has the huge backing of Microsoft research. On the other hand, CrewAI is seeing more real-world use right now and has a really fast-growing community.
So with all that in mind, what about actual use cases? When should you pick one over the other? Let's figure out which framework is the champion for different kinds of real-world tasks. This is where the rubber really meets the road for you. If you're doing anything that's structured, like building a content creation pipeline, automating business workflows, or setting up customer service bots, CrewAI is going to be your champion, no question. Its whole system is built for that. But if you're diving into the unknown, tackling complex problems, doing deep research, or maybe a coding task that needs a back-and-forth review, AutoGen's conversational style is just going to crush it. Okay, let's pull all of this together into a simple framework. This should help you make the right call for whatever you're planning on building next. So, long story short, you're going to want to choose CrewAI if your project absolutely needs structure. For those predictable, repeatable tasks where you need the same solid result every single time, especially in a production environment. CrewAI's team model is just a perfect fit. But if you're on the other side of things, if you're doing research, if you need all the flexibility you can get to tackle a totally new problem, and if the idea of AIs literally debating their way to a better answer sounds awesome to you, then yeah, AutoGen is the clear choice. Look, what we really have here are two incredible cutting-edge frameworks. There isn't one that's just better than the other. The best choice really, truly depends on what you're trying to do, and maybe more importantly, how you personally like to solve problems. So that really leaves us with the final question, the one that sums it all up. For your next project, are you trying to build a highly efficient, predictable assembly line? If so, you want CrewAI. Or are you trying to host an innovative, maybe a little chaotic but brilliant debate? Well then, you want AutoGen. Your answer tells you exactly where to start.